I would build a fence, you know, and that's not really appropriate at all. That's not tolerant at all. It's not supporting your neighbor. It's not, do unto others. It's none of those.
Hi.
Hey
Are
guys,
we back
I'm
on
back.
air?
I'm back.
Hey, Odin.
I'm not going to talk about nothing, okay? I'm gonna
Odin?
see. I bet you, if I say nothing about nothing, and I stop trying to tell the truth, I'm not going to tell the truth no more. Maybe they'll leave me the hell alone.
Are
There
we
is
back?
no reason
Are we
why.
back on air?
Come on, Penny, help me.
Well, that's all good.
Are we back on air?
Yeah, we are on air. We're
Excellent.
and I wanted people to know I'm not going to say nothing about the government. I love the government. They fuck the shit out of me every day of the week. They want to break the show up. But guess what? I love the way. Listen, nobody can do me better than the government.
How many times have we been bumped off the air now?
Oh my God. Do-
4, 5?
This is too much truth.
And it
There's
is,
going to be nothing left of this show.
it's a total 6 hour show, and we've already been bumped off the air 4 or 5 times,
This is
and I've
ridiculous.
lost count. And you know,
It's okay. Look,
I feel like if we could edit the video, right? So it's like as we're talking, and then it's like as words come up, you say cue video feed getting shut off in 7 seconds. Like it's just inevitable at certain points.
are you recording us?
oh,
I don't
I've got us
like.
fully recorded on 3 areas. We're not going down like that. I'm not that kind of person. I listen. This is shocking the hell out of me because
This
I
is
for,
my norm.
I
Didn't
forgot.
you know that?
Yeah, I know
I
this. You live in this world.
I live in this world. It's every frigging interview I do gets bumped off the air, or you end up with half the words you can't understand them
Oh, you
when
mean
you
the
go.
one that goes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, that happened to us too. Oh my
So this is the norm, and like I was saying while we were waiting for you to come back, I have had nothing but internet problems all week. The PG&E had the power off in the county, but not where I am. But my internet service provider, their office is in the part where they had it off. So I was able to get onto Zoom, but I've only been able to get onto Messenger on Facebook part of the time, and I I think in 4 days I've had a total of an hour that I've been able to be on Facebook, and I tried to schedule my pages and they booted me. So
God. What? Okay.
it's been all week.
You know something, Penny? It's at the point now where I'm actually I'm gonna throw this out there for all the hosts. You know, honestly, I have to tell you, like, YouTube is great. I love my YouTube. I'm never gonna argue with YouTube and some of the social media sites. Some like very few. Um, they keep it real. They give you uncensored. But you know something? For that wonderful individual that says that, put me off YouTube is going to affect me, it really doesn't. I mean, my server is on my stream and it doesn't bother me. I just read that note a few seconds ago. It's like, yeah, I'm just trying to mess with you. I'm like, okay, mess with me. I don't care. I don't care about YouTube. I mean, YouTube, Facebook. I don't care about social media. I got a stream. On the and I'm connected with iHeart. Oh, by the way, this right here, disturbances, is breaking up our stream on iHeart, and it's also breaking up our stream on TalkStream Live. And 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 government, you got to realize this. The government has to realize this. That don't want us to be talking this way. They have to. I'm waiting for the break. I'm waiting for it. They have to realize this. We will reconnect. We don't stop. We don't give up. We don't surrender, and we're not bowing down to no damn dictator that wants to control our freedom of speech.
For the people who really want to connect and don't want to deal with all the censorship, I found that MeWe is actually pretty good. They haven't censored me yet,
And
and I've
Parlor.
been on there for 2 years. And I'm on Discord,
Yes,
which
Discord's
is
good.
owned by Kim.com. And
Hmm.
those folks who know Kim.com know that the government has no finger in that pie.
That's right.
Yep.
And also, if you really want to get the show, be honest, just go to Global Enlightenment Radio Network, okay, to the website and click on the stream. Honestly, this is called radio. Video is a privilege. I'm sorry. For us to sit here and want to be on video is definitely a privilege. I love radio. You know why I love radio? Because I had some of the most best stories told to me when I was a young kid on the radio. Um, Years ago here in D.C., when I was young, decades ago, decades, I said it nicely, uh, they used to have dial a story where you could dial the phone, call on the phone, and listen to a story on the phone. And I thought it was the best idea until they got rid of it during the Obama administration.
Oh,
Yeah, of course, you caught the drift. I remember days when we could pick up the phone, dial the last four digits, and we can connect to anybody in our hometown or home area. They used to have that here
yeah,
in D.C. as well. I mean,
they had that in California too.
yeah. I mean, I
When
remember
I
these good
when
days.
I was a kid, my grandparents had a party line, and we didn't even have a phone.
Yes, they did. I know that too. I know that one. The world is changing, and technology is making us impotent
Hmm.
As people,
as people. Uh,
we don't know we no longer know how to interact with each other on a straight up human level. There's too much technology involved, and people pushing buttons.
Shutting
Yeah.
off internet.
Hmm.
No, no, I'm sorry. Hold on. Before somebody says it, no, Eugene, you did not do that too. Okay. He says he does everything. He claimed to knock me off of YouTube, and I'm sitting there like, no, I got a strike. I actually overslept while I was doing a video. When I was recording, because I was rebroadcasting Gary's show, I overslept, and you keep it recording when Gary goes off air, and the next video comes up. It's a show right behind it. Well, it was National Geographic or something like that. And I went to sleep. Well, National Geographic was pinging all their videos, and they found it in my library. I'm sorry. It wasn't you, Eugene. I'm sorry. I had to say that. I had to say that.
In either way,
Yeah.
if a human being is claiming to be responsible for a negative activity,
That's
what does that
unchristian.
what does that say of them?
That says that person is not even a Christian.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I
Eh,
mean, actions speak louder than words. If somebody is trying to muddy the waters, if somebody is trying to be a stick in the mud, if somebody is trying to stop your forward progression, all of these things speak for themselves.
It means that person is, as Andrew Bashaga would say, is mind controlled,
Fair
used.
enough.
I can't go no deeper than that.
Apparently unable to control themselves when others are implying a tent upon them.
It's basically you calling the person a child, a little
I would
child. I mean, a grown man acting like a child is kind of funny. He's ranting. He's ranting. I'm sorry. I laugh so much because I can
I,
picture.
I, I get that. To me, I totally get that. But to me, I come, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm coming from a more empathetic situation is all. I actually can associate with where Sonny is coming from. And I feel poorly for him because I just see him as a child that's been exploited in an adult form.
That's what I
And that's the
see.
way I look at a lot of human beings is I mean, and I don't know you, Odin, but I'm going to look at you, and to be honest, I don't see you as your adult form. I see you as a child wrapped in your adult
Adult form.
form, and it makes me wonder the path that your child has walked.
Oh,
That's all.
it's been a lot of
And I
paths.
don't want to start judging you for the path that you walked. What I want to do is understand you. And if it turns out that there are problems that you've received from the path that you've walked, I would prefer to empathize with that and
But,
try to take from my experience to help you with yours.
well, you know, I have to say it honestly. The path this child has walked has been a happy one. I've
Good,
I've enjoyed my life. I've taken
good,
pleasure in my life. I've done everything that a human could possibly want to do in their life. I mean,
good.
from and you know something, it's my life, and I
Hmm.
settled with it that way because the good and the bad, it's a perspective. It
Hmm.
is a perspective. It's not okay. Some people say, "Well, you got in trouble doing this when you were 9 years old." Well, guess what? I was growing up. I was learning. I was testing my waters,
Hmm.
you know.
Absolutely.
And then you
Anybody that's still holding against you what you did when you were 9 after you were 40 is out of their frigging skull.
skull.
Yep.
And guess what? You know, whatever happened to me 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. How can you judge me today from what my past is? Well, guess what? Yes, I have the knowledge of it, but I don't carry it. I don't live in the past. I see and live for the future. And the
I'm not the
future,
same person today I was 2 weeks ago.
oh, hell no, you better not be the same person.
Right?
Look, look,
So
look.
if you want to start judging me about the decisions that I made when I was 9 years old,
Good God.
yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, then I mean, there are a lot of people that say, "Well, you." All right, here's an example of my life, and I come clear and clean. I said it on audio, on video yesterday with me, Reverend Ed, and Rob. I joined at the age of 21 in Masonic Lodge. At the age of 24, I joined the Knights of Columbus. When I was 18, I was a member of the Knights of Malta. At the age of 27, I was a Shriner. At the age, and all I did was help people, help, keep helping. Now,
Mhm.
everybody can say, well, these people are bad, these people are bad. And you know the problem with saying that these people are bad? You forget the good people that stand inside. And you don't
Mhm.
even know them. That's the problem. All you hear is other people's statements. You've never been in one. You've never sat beside one. You've never been in a damn lodge. You don't know what people are talking
Correct.
about.
How many of those critics, exactly, just like you said, how many of those critics of what happens as the output of a lodge have never been in a lodge? You put it plain and simple. They can all be critics, and everybody loves to scream Illuminati this and
Oh,
Illuminati
God.
that because it's just a scapegoat.
It is. That is the truth. I mean, don't you want to be enlightened? Don't you want to
Mhm.
have some knowledge? Well, the Illuminati
Mhm.
originally started out as scientists and philosophers. Hold on. What are we doing? We're spreading philosophy and we're taking science to back up our philosophy to prove a point,
Mhm.
i.e., penny, space jumping, piloting, i.e., look at all these other people out there that are doing the same thing.
Mhm.
You cannot say, "Oh, well, we're against the Illuminati," but you're enlightening people. Yeah,
Mhm.
you don't you are doing the same thing that they wanted to do originally, wanted to do to spread knowledge that was being literally trapped by the church because they didn't want you to see through their bullshit.
Correct. Yep.
And that's the true Illuminati. So guess what, people? I'm sorry, bust your bubble again, didn't I? Hold on. Am I gonna go off air? It's 11, 11, 11.
Right?
You listen. I come with power. I come with energy. I come with the joy because this is radio. Now, Penny, she's one of those people that smoothly tells you exactly what you don't want to hear. And I know what your style is already. You got my style. You come off with it and you just, bam. That's how you do it. Bam. And I like
I'm
that.
trying to figure out a way to sugarcoat stuff, but I'm not good at it.
I don't know how to sugarcoat a damn thing.
Me
And
neither. I know people don't want to hear what I have to say.
what you really want to say to them. I mean, that could be a whole 3, 4, 5, 6 hour show sitting by yourself on a rant.
Yeah. My girlfriend tells me all the time, lots of times I'll be barking stuff in the house and things like that, and she'll turn to me and she'll be like, "That's what you need to have on camera." And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. I mean, to time it, to have those moments of clarity, and stuff. I mean, it would be brilliant. I mean, that's production, that's brilliance, but I don't have that capacity.
I want to go to Alaska. I told my wife that's where we should move to, but
Ooh, you have no idea.
I've
Once
been
you
there.
come here, you're not going to leave.
I was stationed there, and it was hard to leave. It was hard for me to, especially the night days. Well, the night days and nights.
Were you here in Anchorage or up in Greeley?
I was in Greeley,
There you go.
and then I went to the Aleutian Islands.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Were you out in Adak?
Yeah. I was Navy.
Nice.
So
when we were at Anchorage with Eric and Holly, we spent a lot of time at the house, but it was because of my disabilities, not because of his lack of interest. They did take us to see glaciers, and that
they're
was
beautiful.
just really incredible. And I got to see my first live eagle, and
They're not like the eagles you see on TV. Those things are monstrosities. They are huge. I mean, I've seen them land on the ship. I mean, they
it was just absolutely gorgeous. And the sun really does not set at night in the summer.
No, it doesn't. All day, all night.
Lou was taking photos in the backyard at 11 p.m.
Yeah, and you know one thing, the best thing about Alaska is when you actually meet the natives that live there, the Inuits. They are some awesome people. They can teach you a lot about nature, and they live it, and that's the problem.
I've spent time up in an area. It was previously called Barrow, but they did a name change to Utqiagvik, and it's the northernmost inhabited area in Alaska. So you're probably familiar with this, right?
Yes.
But a lot of people aren't aware that the history of Barrow, okay, this is referenceable history. That area has been populated for 50,000 years.
True, very true.
But no one talks about this. You know, this is the way of the world and the things. You know, people go, "Oh, the ancient pyramids," and are they 3,000 years old or are they 12,000 years old? Because that'll matter. But nobody wants to talk about Barrow, Alaska, and the fact that they know it's been inhabited for 50,000 years
or longer.
At least, yes, correct, exactly. At least 50,000 years they know that it's been inhabited.
And they found palm trees under the ice. Frozen palm. Listen, big.
This is a very interesting state.
Listen, once you go to Alaska, it's almost like going to Antarctica.
Yes, and I've been to both.
Oh, see, man, I always wanted to do all 7 continents. You know what I'm saying? That's my dream.
What was your rate in service?
I was a warrant officer, first class.
You were a warrant officer?
Yeah. I went straight through the ranks. I started out as an E3. When I graduated,
warrant officer?
Warrant officer. And I was, hold on, I will actually give you more identification. Can you see it? U.S. Navy Seabees, baby.
You were a CB warrant officer.
Yep. So you know I was a badass. And I was an intelligence specialist as well.
Excellent.
My first, when I went into the Navy, the first thing I did was I qualified for IS school in Dam Neck. And from there, I said, I want to go on I want to be at Bubbles, you know? I want to go subs. That was my dream because my Uncle Elton was on subs.
That was my jam, just so you know.
Yeah, I wanted to be Bubbles, boy. Stay up underwater. And then they were letting women in it.
You didn't get it.
I'm too tall, okay? I'm 6'3". You know that ain't me.
You know what's funny? They told me the same thing. Ready for this? When I was going in, they told me I was too tall as well. I was 6'2". That's my recollection, right? And this is the funny thing with memories, right? I'm 6 feet right now. Did I lose 2 inches?
It's called gravity.
All right.
I'm gonna give it to gravity. Listen, look.
2 inches?
2 inches is a lot to lose. I'm sorry.
It is.
But hold on. Now you have to remember our parents when we were growing up. As we got older and taller, they got a little shorter. I call it gravity.
Yeah.
Okay.
I totally get that. 100%.
I'm letting my mother make it because she's only 5'3". She used to claim 5'4", 5'5".
Mm-hmm.
Even though her driver's license was what, 5'5". She the perfect height, 5'5", the even number. Yeah, together. My mother always claimed.
So you were in Seabees in your deployment.
Yeah.
What was your what was your trade?
Actually, I did satellite communications.
Okay.
I was a breather, but as a CB, you had to be qualified as well in multiple areas, like all forms of construction. See, people like Sonny didn't know what a CB was. He said I was this, and I'm like, no, I was construction military battalion. I built the motherfuckers, and we kept it there. Sorry, I had to say that out loud because I hate ignorance. I hate ignorance.
I know.
That's funny to not know what a CB is.
I know what a CB is because my uncle drove shotgun for the CBs in Nam, and so he was the guy with the gun sitting next to the guy driving the bulldozer.
And the guy with the bulldozer had everything on him. Grenades, every weapon you could figure out. And the worst thing and CBs train equivalently to SEALs.
Yeah.
And I was in Dam Neck, and I can show you my double break. And from there, I was going to go, I want to be a frogman. I wanted to be one. Went to Coronado Bay, and I had a double break in my bone on my leg when the PT hit it. And I didn't tap. I didn't ring the bell. I just couldn't do it. So after I healed up, I was able to walk. I gained some strength. I changed my rate and went straight CB. So that's my complete history in a nutshell of the military. And if you want to find anything about me, you can actually look at Time Magazine. Literally. You'll see the image of me carrying a guy on my shoulder when I was in Iraq. Bringing one of the boys back to the boat. And they actually took that picture. My mother has it in the house, so I had to mention that. But I'm very proud of what I've done because I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my life. I wonder what others can say. I mean, I've done other stupid shit. Yeah, I mean, and look, is anybody not human? Do we not, we falter, we fail, we get
absolutely
wise, we screw up, we do everything. But you know something? When people try to judge somebody, they don't even look in their own backyard, in their own kitchen.
I've always said everybody makes mistakes. It's the measure of the man what they do to make the corrections.
Amen to that.
Yes.
But if you keep making the same mistake over and over again, doing things repetitively is called insanity. And with insanity, you get...
And the measure of the man could be assessed accordingly if they're doing that.
Amen to that.
Because
this ain't
it would be apparent, I mean, if I was your friend, if I was your family member, if I was your neighbor, if every morning I woke up and I saw Odin doing the same bullshit every day, I would be very accurate in saying Odin's going to fuck up tomorrow again.
Looking forward, ain't you? Just looking for me to fuck up.
It would be inevitable because, like you said, it just is what it is. If we keep doing that stuff, then it is what it is.
You know something? Where are you from originally? Because, I mean, you just use is where it is, and that's a Southern way of talking.
Oh, I'm so not Southern. I'm a Yankee. I'm from Long Island, New York.
I know, but I thought you just lived there. I mean, that's a Southern way.
Well, I'll tell you what. I have relatives down there. Technically, my mother's family is from down south, so I guess maybe I have that in my heritage.
It might be in the DNA, the dinner.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I'm pretty much a big mutt. I mean, to be honest.
Who isn't?
Yeah, exactly.
I
Exactly.
mean, there's no human on this earth that can claim that they do not have something else or someone's other nations. I didn't say nationality, I said nation, because
Mm-hmm.
nations were tribes as well, and they traveled from place to place in their
Mm-hmm.
bloodline. And if you say that you are pure blood of anything, you got to be really screwed up in the head.
That is ridiculousness because I mean, I could look at my screen right now and as clear as day or a different color than I, right?
Yeah.
But on a like a scientific level, there's almost no distinction between you and I.
No. And
You
here's the
know,
difference.
if you had to take my cells and put them in a petri dish and put your cells in a petri dish, it would be very hard to tell us apart from each other.
And we all bleed red. At least I
Yeah.
hope. Look, at least we hope.
Yeah, right.
Pain is weakness leaving the body 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I'm always in
Correct.
pain. But guess what? I keep moving. I keep struggling. I go up the hill, and that's what I love about Penny. I'm going right back to my girl. I got to keep going to her because she's been an inspiration to me.
Mhm.
All her pains, all her difficulties, all that people have done. I'm not even going to go to any other route, but I'm going to say it straight up. That's why you're an inspiration to me. That's why you're on this network. That's why I love the shit out of you, Penny.
Mhm.
Because no one has ever stopped you. You fought tooth and nail. And when you were on the show with Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the return of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Yeah, that's my voice. I had to get sexy for a second, you know what I mean? I said, you know something? That's the great Penny Brady. That's my girl. I mean, that girl inspired me to.
You know, I met them at Stargate to the Cosmos in 2018, and I didn't get the chance to go to any of their presentations because I was kept so busy. But I managed to talk to Linda probably about an hour out of the whole thing, and she just impressed the hell out of me.
Linda make me cry.
So I was so honored when they wanted me on their show.
Linda makes me cry sometimes. When she gets emotional, I'm telling you, brother, I gotta tell you straight up. If you if a woman can get emotional like Linda does and she starts crying, you gonna start tearing. And I mean the only way I can stop it is I get my juice from Valhalla and I keep pumping it in my system until I get to that point where I don't feel it no more. I'm pure strategy at that point. And that's the Linda and Richard are dynamite people. I mean, they're human. When I say
Yeah.
human, they are human. And yeah, I mean, I love them to death. And I say it to them, their face, any day of the week, just like I say it to your face. I love you, man, because I mean, me and you got too much of likeness going on here. Penny, you know I love you. I ain't got to say nothing more than that. And as I tell people on this network, I love them all. I just don't like people that want to sneak around behind people's back and talk the yin yang. You know, you wouldn't have it either. I mean, honestly, you wouldn't have it. And I don't like people that backstab.
Yeah.
And that's an issue because people are, you know, being an owner don't make me not human. And I sit back as a human and I look at this network and I see the beauty. That's why I take my money and I build with it. Not your, listen, that little bit of change that I get from people on the network don't touch what I really pay out. And you got to understand that part. I
Oh
really
yeah,
do.
I
And,
understand.
and I know you
Just
do. I know you do.
just
And I love
doing
you. But
costs money.
a lot of people don't understand that I and Katie are covering everything else. And the strategy it takes, the time it takes, me being up for 3 straight days, almost 4 days straight for this week. It takes a lot out of you. Then having somebody like Eugene, yeah, I said your name again, going haywire and trying to play like he's somebody's, no, plan to say I'm somebody's handler. I don't handle no damn body. I don't even handle myself. I mean, if I was up 4 straight goddamn days, How the hell do I handle myself? I would have handled myself to go to bed.
Right? If you were so on top of that game, I imagine you'd be a billionaire and not talking to me right now.
Hey, if I was a billionaire, I would have found you because you've been my brother. And Penny, you always my sister. I ain't worrying about you. You forever my sister. And man, I'm going to tell you something. I've met a new brother, somebody of like mind, like heart. They ain't got no bullshit. Oh, I got another brother, Rob Yachts! 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 Yachts!
Welcome back.
What's
Rob.
up, guys?
Hey.
Sorry, I've been running around a little bit tonight. I had to get a lot of these psychics ready for tomorrow and pass along information.
I thought
make
you were
sure
getting the strippers ready.
we're going. I got a whole nother round of this tomorrow, everybody. Whole nother round.
Hey, so you understand what I went through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, huh?
That's it, man. That's why I took over the second half of the week to try and, regulate
See, that's my
the
brother.
collateral damage so you're not completely awash for the next 4 days.
Man, Rob knows that I be up 24 hours a day sometime. I mean,
Yeah, we don't.
And
We
then I
keep
got to-
crazy schedules.
and
It's pretty bad how we don't sleep a lot. We do a lot of work for this, and Katie does too. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just I try and be their ace in the hole. Their
That
second
is
in
why-
command.
I took over setting today up, and you can tell that about half the people I scheduled didn't show.
But it's okay. It's okay. You know why? They just missed out on the biggest fun there was. And hold on, you got the perfect guest. I mean,
That's
when
true.
I say perfect, I can't get no deeper in knowledge, understanding, truth, reality, and hold on, esoteric wisdom. I gave him a new title.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Then my man.
hopefully he's going to come back.
Love-
He's going to come back for Full Spectrum Universe too.
Yeah, no problem. I don't mind chatting, guys. I mean,